Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing another video for you all. So today's video is Harry Potter tag. So this is the Harry Potter tag and I hope you like it. So the first question is, who is your favorite character? My favorite Harry Potter character is Harry Potter himself. Just because, he's the main focus of the whole movie. And I just love that the world revolves around him and his friends and all the people surrounding him, and the fact that we get to learn a lot about Harry and the fact that we get to know all about Harry and his history and his parents. I just think it's really interesting to see his past and history like that. So the second question is, who is your least favorite character? My least favorite character. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from this, but I really don't like Severus Snape. Please don't judge me, because the reason why I don't like Severus Snape is not the reasons why you think. The reason why I hate Severus Snape is because I don't fully like the guy. I don't trust him because he never liked Harry when he first met him, and he basically helped the Dark Lord to kill his parents. So I don't really think, he's a good person, even though he has some good in him. I just don't think he has that good for the right reasons. Like, his good is for love, and I think sometimes love can overpower people, and it can do bad things to that person. So plus he dresses like a Death Eater, and plus Severus Snape looks like a Death Eater of all the black he's wearing. He looks like a Death Eater, and that he's ready to give Harry up to the Dark Lord completely, because that's the way he looks like. Because that's the way he looks like his father. Like, that's not his fault. This is the way he looks now. He has to get past that, because I know he looks like his father. Harry looks like his father, but that doesn't mean it's his fault. This is the way he was born. He can't magically change that. This is just the way he is. The third question is, who is your favorite couple in the movie? Well, there isn't that much couple in the movie, but if I have to pick one, I kind of love Harry and Ginny, just because I think they're really cute together, and I love that they had this connection with the Dark Lord, because they both got possessed by the exact same evil person, and they both have and I kind of hoping that they will get together, because out of everything that the Dark Lord has done to them, it's the exact same familiar touches to them, because because the Dark Lord went after Harry and Ginny in the same way, and I just think that they're really cute together, and they have a really good connection together. So yeah. And the fourth question is, who is your favorite professor? My favorite professor is Remus Lupin. He's a really good professor. He has done a lot of great things, so he's different than the rest of other professors, but different is kind of good if you have anything like that. But besides that, he's a really good professor, because he actually teaches the students real actual magic, because the way the other professors have teaching them hasn't been good, but the way that Lupin has teaches the students is really good, because they had their own way of presenting the class, and Lupin's class was really good, since they were learning magic, not just from a book. And who is my least favorite professor? My least favorite professor is Professor Lockhart. I never liked him. I just think he's a bit of a show-off and an imposter because he doesn't know anything about magic. Like he Albus Dumbledore just hired him just because he's a good person, but he's not a great professor. He doesn't know anything about magic or anything like that. He is just he was given a wand, but that doesn't mean he's really bad at doing magic because he's an imposter. Like he came in as this famous person and not know anything about magic. I just think if a person doesn't know magic and what in Hogwarts, what are you doing here? Like this is a school. This is a magical school, and if you're not magical, then what are you doing here? So the next question is, who do you think is the best voice figure for Harry? Well, there's a lot of voice figures like this: Hagrid, there's Sirius Black, and Albus Dumbledore. But I think the best voice figure is probably Sirius Black, since Sirius is the closest teen to James, because they were best friends for the longest time, and they knew each other, and they both have relations to Harry. Like James is Harry's father, and Sirius Black is Harry's godfather. So I think being with a part of a family is good with Sirius Black, and I just think that the closest in the family is Sirius Black to Harry. And the next question is, if I had the power to bring back one person back to life, who would that person be? But this person is not really in the movies, and because he died at the very start. So I'll probably bring back James Potter, just because every kid needs his father, and even though he has someone, I just think that that person has to be his father, just because it really took this home for Harry if he had his father with him, because it doesn't count him as it doesn't really count as him coming back as a spirit, because it can't really connect with the person. It can't really put your hand on that person, because it's just gonna go right through his body, and that's not really there for you. That's more there for your spirit, not there for you as I'm here for you. So the next question is, if you were allowed to go back in time to any era, which era would you choose? I would probably go back to the Marauders era, because I would love to see James and Sirius and Remus and Pettigrew before they grew old band for and have been parted. I just think going back and seeing them back then be a lot different to now, because we normally see Harry and his friends in Hogwarts, but back then you get to see Harry's father and his friends, just like Harry and his friends, and it's really cool to see going back of all the times that they've been together that much time and they're separated for the longest time could cause to anything bad. So I think it's really great to see him. If I had to go back in time, I probably go back to more era since all the fun is there and the most fun, and just to see how. Or maybe I'd love to go back to era just to see them picking on, or maybe I just want to go back to see them picking on Severus Snape. just because of all the things that they have done to him. And I know all the things that they did to him was bad, but I do think that looking back, that looking back to now and then, that series that in the series, the Severus Snape grew up as this love-hate relationship with these people, and because they not know it, because they only go at it if they're in the same room, just like me and my enemies. Because for me, I had enemies too, and just to be in the same room with them is quite hard because they used to go after you, and you go after them. So it's kind of really hard to be in the same room with your enemies and your friends, because friends are always stick up for you, but your enemies always try to bring you down in different ways. And it's really cool to have friends stand up for you, even though it might be at the wrong time or the wrong place. So yeah. Oh, and the next question that I have for myself, this question is about me. So this question is, if I was in Harry Potter and if I had my own Hogwarts, I think my Hogwarts would be Azkaban, because for me, I hate being lonely and I hate being alone for that many years. And for me to be alone for that many years, I would probably not be the same, because being alone for that many years can really mess you up, and I don't think it'd be and I think it would be really sad for me if I had to spend like 13 years of my life in a prison with something that I didn't do, like Sirius Black wasn't Azkaban, but something that he never did, and he wasted like 13 years, and I wasted like 13 years of his life, and that kind of messed him up too. But if I was in Sirius shoes, I'd probably hate it too. And I can see why the Sirius hate being in Azkaban, because it takes a lot of years, and you won't be able to spend it with your loved ones, and also getting revenge on the person that put you in there. So if I was in Sirius shoes, I would probably hate being in Azkaban, because that can take a lot of your time and years away from you. So yeah. So that's all the questions, and I hope to see you next time, and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Mwah.